Well, good morning. So I was here last. I don't think I've ever seen so much traffic coming through. But in truth, we just wanted them out of the way. So we've reached Milton Abbey. Get a view of the church now, which is where we're going. Milton Abbey is dedicated to St Mary, St Sansom and St Branwalader. A beautiful church of Milton Abbey. If a monk literally lived there. So this is the Church of All Saints. That's another interesting one. Not on the camera, will you? But anyway, that's just a message really. Take care, be wise, carry a walking pole. Anyway, I'm going to stop for lunch now, because look at this view. Bright sunshine. And some nice grass to sit on. Well, good afternoon and welcome back to last week's walk. You remember we left it at this point, lunchtime, and I'm enjoying the view over Hilton Bottom when I signed off the video. So part 2, we are picking it up again at the same point, and we will walk on from here and enjoy the rest of the walk. And I hope you're going to walk with me, and I hope you enjoy it. It is going to be a great walk and lots to see again. So let's get going. Well, that was an amazing spot for lunch. Fabulous view. And I had company of sheep who've all disappeared now, because I shouted out mint sauce, I think. Right, I have got to continue walking. Ooh, make sure I pick up my walking pole. Anything else left? Don't see anything there. Right. It suddenly got warmer when I arrived this morning. The car said, I think, 12 or 13 degrees. It's so hot now that just now I picked up my phone and it told me I couldn't use it until I got it to cool down a bit. We are on the leeward side of the hill, of course, so it's been a very pleasant warm sit down. Sadly I have to leave this view because I've got to carry on upwards. So we're about to leave Hilton Bottom, which is the valley down that side. And go on up to Bulbarrow. So, Bulbarrow Hill. I think when we get there it's going to be really windy, so yeah, Bulbarrow Hill. I will tell you about it. I think if you were to ask people what's the highest point in Dorset, I think probably a fair number of people would probably say Bulbarrow. In fact, it's actually not. There is another high point about 4 meters higher, or 4 or 5 meters higher, and that's Lewiston Hill, which is further west. That's 279 meters. Bulbarrow is 274 meters, but it's on the Dorset Ridgeway. It's an amazing viewpoint, but it's one of those viewpoints that never quite works photographically. The reason is there's flatlands the other side and there's no kind of focal point, so it's hard to make a picture out of it. But one of the things there is a hill fort, which is predictable, I guess. It's Rawlsbury Camp, Iron Age hill fort, although in practice there's not a lot remaining of it. It's not actually on our route, so I don't know if I'll take a detour there or not. I may decide to carry straight on, see when we get there. The other thing of note, I suppose, is Jack Hargreaves. If people remember, Jack Hargreaves used to do a country kind of program, Out of Town, wasn't it? Yeah, Out of Town, that I used to love watching. When was that? 70s? Back in the 1970s, maybe 1980s. Anyway, great program that I used to really enjoy. Well, his ashes are scattered on Bulbarrow Hill, so that's another interesting fact. But if I turn around, as you can see, we've got some amazing views right through to probably the Dorset coast. In fact, I can even see, well, I can see Hardy's monument. Okay, so I decided I'm going to go for it. I'm actually going to go across to Rawlsbury. The only thing is, it means walking along a country lane, which hopefully will be quiet. Actually, it's not usually too bad, I have to say, but I can do a kind of loop off my trail, detour if you like, detour to explore again and take in Rawlsbury Camp, and we'll see what's there. I'll see whether it was worth it or not. Well, it was worth it for the view, I have to say. That's amazing. In fact, we can see the camp right at the end here. That's where we're heading. See the ramparts. We can't go in there, there's no footpath, so we're still following the road. Oh, I'm still walking on the road at the moment, but views all around, and I'm about to go off road again. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Awesome view. You can understand why there's a hill fort. It's got to be pretty well protected, isn't it? Well, there may not be much here, but I would say it's well worth a detour. What a beautiful spot. She's got amazing views all round, 360-degree views. It's just awesome. So I'm glad I made the detour. Probably add a couple of miles to the walk, I would think, if you decide you want to walk it. Amazing place. So this is what's left of the ramparts. But I think you probably come here for the views, really. It's got a steep rampart that side. Oh, that was fantastic. I'm glad I detoured. I've been here before, actually, when I backpacked the Ridgeway. Pretty sure that came over this way. Now we've got to head back and pick up our route again. Just awesome. Mind-blowing views. Fantastic. I love it. So I've left Rawlsbury Camp behind now, back on the road, and I am crossing Bulbarrow Hill on the road. And it is a shame, one of the things that occurs to me, that right to roam doesn't seem to have extended to Bulbarrow, because Bulbarrow is one of our major hills in Dorset with these awesome views, but we appear to have to cross it on the road predominantly. There are the odd paths here and there, but certainly no right to roam. I do think that's a shame. You can see over there Rawlsbury, where I've left behind now and come back. Just seems a shame, really. You've got an area like this and there's no right to roam. I don't know. It's one of those things, I suppose. Oh, look at that wonderful old tree. Got his fur coat on. I do love an old tree. Amazing, that is. So here's a for instance with right to roam. Woodlands skirting alongside the road. How difficult would it be to put a footpath in the woods rather than have you walk on the road? I mean, I don't know. The government has the ability to buy up land all over the place for compulsory purchase when they're putting in crazy major railway lines, carving up the countryside. So it wouldn't be that difficult for them to put a footpath in through there, would it? Or is that me? I don't know. It just seems to me that, especially somewhere like that, which is woodlands, it's not farmland. Maybe there's some reason why you can't do it, something I haven't thought of, but seems to be it's not farmland, it's woodlands. The footpath would only need to go along the edge here so that walkers can get off the road and have a nice walk in the woods instead. Is that not right? Sorry, one of my soapbox subjects. So this is the bit of Bulbarrow that most people get to see, I think, because this is the viewpoint car park. This is where most people would come in order to see the view to the left. Interesting. Hold on. To extend. So we can go up and get over the top. That's a view that goes a long way. However, we're not going on this road. We have to go back to the junction and turn left. And we are still walking on the road for a little while longer before we get to our track and we can go off-road again. So stay with me. That's another magnificent tree. Just look at that. It's phenomenal. So we're off-road again. And we're about to drop down another valley. So we came up via Hilton Bottom, climbed up onto the Dorset Ridgeway, or technically actually it's the Wessex Ridgeway Dorset section. And now we've come off the Ridgeway and we're about to drop down another valley, which is Heath Bottom, and I love this valley. It's a really beautiful walk, and actually this is pretty good too. That's about as good a path as you could wish for, isn't it? Somebody mows it. How cool is that? I'm walking beside a fantastic meadow. That's pretty good. Doesn't get much better. Haven't said that today yet, so there you go. I've done it. Amazing. I don't know if it's the farmer that's done these paths, but if it is, then all credit to him. Kudos. Because some don't bother. This is amazing. Awesome. And the valley we're going down is mostly wooded, which is lovely. amazing. It's a really steep-sided valley with meadows and woodlands, and they're walking right down the middle of it. Another lovely old tree. Amazing. Yes, like I said, I love this valley. I really enjoy walking down here. I have to say, there's a lot of 7-spot brunette moths around here. It's loaded with them. Seems to me practically every flower has one on. And down here, it's one of the houses I've always admired. Up ahead, I always love this house. I think, what a great place to live. So we're still going down the valley, but we're nearing the bottom now, reaching civilization again. Looks like he needs a bit of feeding, does he? Hey mate, you look a bit hungry. No, not responding. Oh, maybe this one will. No, let's run off. So we've reached the bottom of the valley. If we were to turn left and head down there, we would reach Winterbourne Houghton, which is a village not far down. But we're not. We are going to go right and climb up onto another ridge. And it's raining, by the way. That wasn't meant to happen, wasn't forecasted. It's only kind of fairly gentle, but it comes down hard. I'm in trouble because I don't have waterproof. I lightened my load. Never mind, skin's waterproof, so no problem. But not hangman's noose. And it would be somebody with a big head, wouldn't it? I guess it's probably a swing. So down there in the valley is Winterbourne Houghton. And in the distance on the hillside, I think I see sun. So with any luck, that will come over here and blow away the rain. That's another nice buttercup meadow. See where we were just now and see the house that we came past earlier on as we came down the valley. It's quite clouded over now. Nice. Even in the rain, it's a spectacular view. Well, that's the last climb of the day done. And we're into the last stretch. I think we're round about 11 miles in now. And there's probably a mile, 2 miles to go maybe. But there's some interesting stuff to see along this last bit. We can do that despite the rain, which is coming down harder in fact. And it's still raining. And I'm a tad wet because the grass was really long back there and it's pouring it down now. Ah well, oh, there's a tree. Oh, that's better. So at least I'm in the woods now. So the trees are giving me some protection from what is really heavy rain. It's pouring. Hey ho! And these woods are significant apparently. Legend has it that King Athelstan camped here with his men en route to fight the Danes. Now there are those who think the source of that information is somewhat dubious, but hey, I like that, especially as I'm walking through those woods now in the rain. And of course King Athelstan reigned. Sorry. Anyway, so supposedly he did. Anyway, he went off from here, he fought the battle and won, and legend has it that he founded Milton Abbey in memory of that victory. So they say. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted to walk through these woods, and not only that, there is something else in these woods which we need to look at. It's probably the last thing on this walk before we get back, because it's not too far now till we get back to where we started. So the sun's come out, but it's still raining. So I'm in the woods, sheltered from the rain, which is good. But sadly, I bet there's a lovely rainbow up there somewhere. And I can't see it, because there's too many trees. Well, at least it's dry down here. And we are just reaching the last thing to see on this walk. There's two things here actually, but the main one is St Catherine's Chapel, which is in the woods, remote, but is part of Milton Abbey. In fact, if we swing round, you can see the Abbey Church where we were earlier on today. With a clear view up to St Catherine's Chapel, which dates from the 12th century. I don't know if it's kept open. It wasn't last time I came, but we'll try it. No. Sadly, it is locked. But you can see it dates from the 12th century by the curvy arches and the simplicity of design. It was of course part of Milton Abbey. Now I see you can get in there, but you have to get hold of the key in the farm shop and pay a deposit. Well, I think it's probably a bit late today for me to do that, so I might have to do that next time I come. But it's lovely just to see it from the outside anyway. And to see the rest of the abbey from up here. Now the other thing that there is to see is down there, the steps from the abbey up to St Catherine's Chapel are actually made of turf. They're actually grass steps, and it's quite famous. I would go down there and film them. You can't walk down them, it's private, but you can walk down this part, so I could get down to a gate down there and just film the steps, but it looks like I'd probably get quite wet going through that. Well, sadly, I don't think it was worth it. It looks like they've virtually eroded away. And there's the chapel up the top. Right, let's climb back up through this wet grass. I kind of figured I was soaking wet anyway, so a bit more won't make any difference. Right, time to head off back to the car. And to bid farewell to St Catherine's Chapel. Next time I will remember to pick up the key. Well, I'm nearly 12.5 miles into the walk now, which wasn't meant to be 10 or 11, I think I said. So it's going to be, I don't know, 13 at least. And I guess that's thanks to my detouring again. But I'm glad I found the chapel, saw the chapel. It's a shame I couldn't get in it. But yeah, I particularly like the view of Milton Abbey from the chapel, looking across to the Abbey down the grass steps. That is a particularly lovely view, I think. So I'm glad we got to see that. And we are nearing the end of the walk now. The rain has stopped. We've still got some nice views. The sun's on the hill over in the distance. And it's very still. And the sun's come out again. That's good. So we're back in Milton Abbas, but it's actually a slightly different part of Milton Abbas. And this is the kind of newer part, I suppose. And the main picture postcard Milton Abbas is down to the right, down the slope, which is where I'm going to head in a minute. But yeah, I'm glad the sun's come out actually, because one of the benefits of these lightweight walking trousers is that they dry very quickly. In fact, they're already drying, considering how soaked they were. And by the time I get back to the car, I think they will be dry. So that's good. Well, I don't know if that'll come out on the film, but the sun drying the road, steam rising off it. It's got that wet. So 13 miles later, we are back at the start, back in this beautiful picture postcard village. And it's been a fantastic day. I've loved it. I always say this, I know, but I've loved it. It's been an amazing walk again. Lots of things to see. Beautiful weather, beautiful views, I mean, amazing views. Lovely countryside, lovely villages, 2 lovely villages, some amazing churches, great architecture, this beautiful village of Milton Abbas. It's just been awesome, and yes, I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to sign off the video at this point. So thanks so much for coming with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved it, as always. And for now, this is me, the Dorset Rambler, saying until next time.